You done leveled up. Capricorn, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. The tarot is actually literally over in the extended. There's always an extended. It's 2 readings in one. The link is down below. I hope you join me for that to get, in addition to this message, continue the message, and then to also get your romance reading. But I'm talking about this reading right here, right now. And what I see and what I know is that you're leveling up. There's a level of human, of person that you want to be around now. Or you feel like in some way you've entered a higher society. I don't necessarily mean a society that's wealthier, but I do mean a society that cares more about education, more about thought, more about talking and communications, more about writing and literature. A community that appreciates. I want to say the finer things in life, but it's not the finer things in life. It's almost like they appreciate the classics, the old-fashioned things in life, like reading a book instead of a television show, or doing their own math instead of using a calculator. People that really value being able to think and learn and know and understand. Or let me say this: you have entered school, right? You have decided to go and get an education, or go back for an education and educate yourself, or you are thinking about this. Why? Because this is a transitional period, but for you it's a transitional period from where you are right now, which is the place that you ended up after huge shifts and changes last year. Ridiculous shifts and changes over the past 2 years, and now you've got your solid ground. You can sort of feel exactly. In other words, you know where you want to go. So it's not about changes or even being intimidated by changes. It's you somehow, Capricorn, being able to now direct your changes where you want them to go. And I think there is this settling or this understanding of I need to learn more. I'm new here, so I want a connection, a tangible understanding with these new concepts. And I think you're inspired to learn. So learning and education could be learning about spirituality, right? It could be learning about, I don't know, just a new way to live your life. But I think learning in particular is your way of putting order, not even taking control, but putting order to this new these new circumstances that you find yourself in. These are the Lenormand cards. Learning, education, knowing, understanding, and in a community situation is very important to you right now. It's sort of an authority, or there's an authority figure in your life, or you've become the authority figure out of your group. In terms of what you know, people may be looking up to you or looking to you for answers or for advice. Okay, let's see. So that's just the first message coming out. There are many more, Capricorn, but remember, if you love this reading, then show me that you do by liking it and then subscribing to the channel, and be sure to ring that bell and hit all notifications. I upload your videos every Wednesday with Aquarius and Pisces before 6 a.m. So I hope you join me for them. Also share this video if you're really crazy about it, because that helps a lot. We have Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. Also ascending, right? Instead of crawling, instead of being that little nymph, that is like nymph, as in that's what they're called, I think. I believe that's what the larva of a dragonfly is called, little nymph. It lives underneath the water, but now it can fly. So once again, ascension, being able to do more with your life, move around more, and feel liberated and less heavy. A kind of freedom that maybe you thought you'd never have, or a comfort that you never thought you'd have with air. We are in an air sign right now. So this is Gemini season, Capricorn. It could be because air is your diametric opposite. So it could be, it could have been a little scary for you. Maybe even when the sun is in air sign, especially during a Mercury retrograde. This is a Mercury retrograde, but I feel like you're getting a lot of substantial time and sort of reflection. I think you kind of need this. It might feel a little too out of hand, but because there is a retrograde, there is time to look over things and to learn and to actually appreciate. And that's what I feel, this overwhelming sense of appreciation in you right now for what you have in front of you. So let's continue that motion and see. Okay, Capricorn, bugs could be something that's irritating you. Irritating you, flying. You could actually be scared or irritated because you have so much travel to do, or something could be bugging you and it could be dreams. And that could be what's unsettling you right now. Not what's going on in the 3D world with you, but what you've been thinking of and your thoughts. And maybe that's what's inspiring you to learn more. You want to learn more about these dreams. You're trying to look into, understand them better. It's almost like in some ways it's what's irritating you is you feel your life is up in the air right now, but it's also a great time to learn. And that's what I think. Well, maybe that's what we're getting. That's what I'm getting in the cards, is that Capricorn, that's how you've decided to help to ground yourself, because while everything is up in the air, the only tangible thing that you can do to give order to it is to learn. This is a time of learning and lessons, and you can really comprehend that. That doesn't make you uncomfortable at all, learning and lessons. There is something to do. I just feel like there's some sort of dreaming. This is a time, okay, so Neptune, Jupiter, and the moon right now as I film this are all in Pisces. So dreams are really something you should be exploring right now. And I would trust or suspect that you will be getting a lot of dreams, even if you don't normally have them. So keep a book around nearby, write them down, turn these images into something tangible so that next month you can go back, read them, and sort of look over them objectively. They might make more sense to you then. But something's bugging you. Like I said, it could be traveling, it could be moving from one place to the other. That could be what's bugging you. Yeah, literally, like a literal transition, a literal change in space where you are going to be. I feel nurtured. So you feel cared for, you feel loved, and you feel whole. I feel nurtured. I feel grateful. What a beautiful feeling for you. What a beautiful, abundant feeling swirling around you right now. Now, it may not be in all aspects of your life, but what I'm being called to ask you to do is to focus on those aspects in your life where you do feel loved, where you are grateful for the opportunities that they gave you, that they provided you, that for what you're getting out of the situation in terms of like feeling good about it, or feeling, even if it's your job, feeling excited about it. A big key right now is to focus on those things that you are grateful for, and in those areas and those people that you do feel nurtured by. This is essential right now because our thoughts, especially in an air sign, because this is Gemini season, our thoughts have a great deal of power. So let me say this to you, Capricorn. If you have with the dreams, right? If you feel like your thoughts have been kind of wild and crazy and they've been going a lots of different places, it's because of this energy. So to focus your energy during an air season time, this is the perfect time for you to make a decision to focus on those things that are making you feel good and that are making you feel loved. Even if it's just one thing, it will go a long way because thoughts have a lot of power right now. Capricorn. So we have I don't think you understand completely right now where things are going. There may be a little confusion here in terms of which direction to go and whether or not you'll get anything out of it. And you may not know exactly how you feel, or you may be puzzled by somebody else's feelings. So there's see the light, but at the same time, you're not, it's in reverse. All of these cards are in reverse. So it's not that they don't have positive energy. It's just that something's dulled or something's dimmed about them. And I feel like it's the insecurity right now of the inconsistency and of the change, of not really understanding or almost like not understanding your blessings right now. Or what is this? I feel like, to be honest with you, there's a lot of work to be done. And you know that. And in some ways that might be squashing your ability to feel really joyous and completely happy with the circumstances at hand right now. That's why it'll help you a great deal if you can figure out a way to focus on the stuff that you are certain of. Those things will stick out almost like beacons, like lights in the dark, or like a different flow of air. You'll feel the current going in a different way. They'll help to direct you, and they'll help to inspire you and guide you. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Your dreams need a practical plan. Isn't that interesting? Your dreams need a practice. This is the card that flipped over too. The others are I haven't seen them yet. They're face down. So this card comes out when you know what you want, but you don't know how to get there. And let me say, you're not alone. That's sort of like the pervasive, punch in the gut that everybody's experiencing right now. The clarity last week was so profound of like, I know what I want and I know what direction to go. And I absolutely am certain of it. And that was awesome. Let me tell you something. That doesn't stop being awesome. But what does stop being awesome is when you get to the reality of, okay, now that I know what I want, how do I make it real? How do I, and it's the practicalities and the day by day of the reality of manifesting it into the reality that is tripping you up and making you feel a little insecure. You don't necessarily know where to put these pieces because this is something new for you. That's okay. Please trust. This is such a strong energy that needs faith, that needs you to continue to have faith in yourself, Capricorn, knowing that I don't have to know where to put all these pieces right now. I can put them in the wrong places and then it'll fall down and I'll learn what not to do. But I think it's that it's like almost like getting comfortable with learning again. And then look at the big picture, full moon in Sagittarius, keeping a broad perspective in your mind about the long-term outcome and your long-term goals is going to also be a huge tip for you right now, a huge helping hand to yes, you have to look at the details and focus at the details and build through the details, but to keep your eye on that overall goal is very important for you right now. It's important. So it's important. So that will fuel your faith and make it a little bit easier when you're messing up the details. It'll be more okay because you'll be like, okay, but this is for the greater good, or this is for the greater purpose in my life. Be bold and make the first move has come out. The curse of the cardinal signs. This is cardinal moon. That's what it says. Now let me explain what I meant, because I said that to Libra too. It came up in Libra's reading. The curse of the cardinal signs. It's not really a curse. You're not cursed, but cardinal. Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer. It's like the universe assignment to people born in cardinal signs is simply this. You gotta make the moves. It's your job to be out front. But we don't always feel secure, right? We don't always feel like we're ready to be out in front, and we're not always ready to be out in front. And sometimes, Jesus, we wish somebody else would make the first move. We wish that somebody else would show us. And not that somebody won't help us, of course not, or provide for us, but it's a sense of, God, that first move. Why is it always our responsibility? But it is your responsibility, and it's almost like it really, if you think about it in terms of the big picture, Capricorn, what this card is saying in the context of this reading is, go ahead and try. Go ahead and try new things. Go ahead and put yourself out there. Go ahead and make that first attempt. Go ahead and keep making it. Go ahead and move ahead. Like, that's what it's saying, right? And then adjustments are required. Yeah, make the first move and then adjustments are required. Make the first move and adjustments are required. That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's good that you're listening to the reading, so at least you know, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to fall on my face. Okay, but I got it because I can pick myself up. You're not the same you used to be. Remember, you have wings now. So you can pick yourself up just by flapping and flying. And in some ways, these opportunities where you're falling right now are helping you learn how to fly, right, for the first time. So let's get on with another deck. Continue this message. Guys, please do join me on my Instagram. Instagram, I go live Monday through Friday, and so we can interact with each other. You can find me at born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. For a daily tarot reading, which I also post. I post the daily tarot reading on my new channel, Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link above so that you can go on over there and hopefully subscribe over there. But if you want to go live with me, also just come over to Instagram. Take no offense. People don't always know what they're doing. And this is going to be a particular challenge, but also a particular clue as to how we'll go about living in this energy right now, Capricorn. When you're dealing with people, especially if you're dealing with people who love you, don't take offense. Because I don't think, in other words, this card, they didn't do it intentionally. They didn't know that you were getting mud flung on your face. She didn't realize. She wasn't doing it intentionally. So to not take something personally will relieve you of that extra anger, that extra feeling of rejection, all that stuff you don't need right now because it's too much and you need to put your energy in other places. So Capricorn, this is about take no offense. If people do something stupid, which I almost have the feeling they will, especially if you're in a kind of a vulnerable position right now. And, it's almost like your fucking husband, if you have a husband or spouse, whatever, or your best friend, take your pick, man. It's almost like them just like coming in, like putting a bunch of shit on the table because they just like put a bunch of groceries on the table or put a bunch of new files in your inbox at work, and it's like they're having such a crazy ass day, they don't even realize they left that bunch of shit for you to deal with. Or I don't even think they left that bunch of shit for you, they just left it in front of you, and I don't think they realize that you're feeling like, oh, you have to do it. Like, they're not thinking, they're not maybe paying attention the way that they should, but it's really not that they're trying to fling mud in your face. That's not what's happening. Don't sweat the small stuff. There you go. And I know that Gemini season is about seeing in the details, and it's working through the details, but what's going to help you is to see the big picture, the larger perspective of, like I said, why it's important. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just sing. This is really beautiful. I don't know if you really love to sing, but music, song, Gemini season is so musical because it's all about a verbal, vocal communications. This is a wonderful way. Song, music, turn on your favorite tunes. It's going to help you channel your energy, and it's going to help you rebalance your energy right now. It's going to really help stabilize you, especially when you feel unstable. I know it sounds crazy. It's not crazy. Music is a rebalancing energy, and especially during Gemini season. Rebel. Go against the norm, go against your flow. You really may feel like a rebel in general right now because you're not doing things the way you normally would. This is actually a good feeling because this is the time to start fresh and start new and to try something that you haven't tried. Remember, if you don't try something new, if you don't change, nothing will change. If you don't try something new, then you'll always be stuck doing the same old thing. This is interesting. So this card comes up in reverse this time around. It's saying that you feel like you're not getting any help, or in the past you felt like that, which means that there's a lot of responsibilities, or like every time you got stuck, nobody was there, nobody was around, or you had to figure everything out for yourself. This is coming out in the past. So it tells me that that's not how things are anymore. This is how things are right now. Celebrating, or having reason to celebrate, going to weddings. Maybe you're actually getting married. This is a little bit in your future, so I don't know if you're planning a wedding, but this is the card that says, remember, every step you take now is building a different future. It's building something different than what you had before. You are not in this alone anymore. You do have support, and you are generating a new future. Your future is going to look different than your past did, okay? Ooh. Capricorn. Okay. There's definitely a time for rebalancing here. It's a necessity. I am balanced has showed up. Now, I am balanced is about balancing the positive with the negative. So how much you take in versus how much you give away. It's essential. And this is a restabilizing spiritually, especially, or spirituality can help you a great deal right now. Because see the full moon, releasing all of the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore, allowing it to, it's almost like I feel like you're releasing more than you are receiving, simply because you had to get old shit out of the way. But it's whatever you're giving up right now is helping you to recalibrate and balance your life. And then we have timeless earth. This is about getting back to your earth, right? Getting back to actual earth while you're going through this transition. See the little froggy? He represents transition. So it's you getting back to the earth. It's also you getting back to and getting back to your nature, your truth, right? Not the bullshit we tell ourselves, right, Capricorn, but your truth. Getting like it's almost like you're transforming back into the sincere version of yourself. It's also suggesting that you use earth to help you to do it, because it is so important to you right now. So feeling the earth beneath your feet, even if that means you go to the beach and walk along the sand, spending time outside, listening to the birds or the frogs croak. It's almost like remembering the bigger picture, but earth as a whole and you as a part of it. Especially when we feel alone, that's important. Seasons of change. See, this is in the past. I don't know what the hell happened to you in the past, but it keeps coming up. So I feel like in some ways, the past can help you. Remembering in other words, it'll help to ease you out now. But when you look back and you realize what you were dealing with, and you realize, oh my God, wow, I felt stressed out now. Look what I made it through. Being stuck, refusing to change, even though it meant you were always tangled or always feeling alone or stuck by yourself. Like refusing to change. That was so, that's where you used to be. And here you are now. And you can remember and ease the tension of now by looking back and realizing how far you've come. Trust. So there is blessings, and spirit is talking to you, and maybe it's through dreams, whatever it's through, spirit is with you. And it's hard. And this may be what you're struggling with the past, right? Is letting your past go, and sort of the way that it's damaged you in your heart, to feel those feelings and not be able to necessarily let those feelings drop away. So it's gonna a little bit of what's required of you now is a leap of faith. Okay, we're running out of time over here. So we may actually have to go over to include your animal totem readings as a part of your extended reading, but that's okay. And then we have message in a bottle. okay, this has been coming for a long time. This is like this message or this understanding, this wisdom has been coming for a long time. Or I think you're remembering something you wrote to yourself. Remember I told you to write some, did you write something down? I feel like it's almost like a time capsule. You sent this message to yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but I just got that message. Time to go. Time to go, time to leave your past behind you. And I think if you get this message from yourself or read something old that you had written, it's almost like now you realize it's time for me to move on. And then buy the book. Remember, learning. Learning is going to help you have the strength to move on and trust your pathway forward. We do still have, oh no. Ooh. Capricorn, clear quartz. You're clearing things out. You're clearing out your heart, your soul. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages of guidance. Important messages of guidance, Capricorn. Oh my God. Have some clear quartz on you. It's important. This is what it looks like. Clear quartz will help to channel cleansing, a cleansing of your psyche, of your energy. It'll help to clear things out for you. Just hold on to it and sort of like pray with it, meditate with it, hold it in your hands while you meditate or while you just sit outside. It'll help to clear your mind. And then you have titanium rainbow quartz. Multifaceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Really interesting. See, there's some situation that you're tied up in right now, or you're dealing with somebody who's all kinds of tied up in their own head. Give them space by giving them patience and showing them your faith in them. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity. Release negativity from within or around you. Okay. All right. And that's coming up a little bit in the past. Let's get into your animal totem messages, your angel messages, and your full extended reading. All of that is going to be below. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the extended. Bye.